So, hello, and today we're going to do a yoga meditation hour of being here, being present. And I'm here in France right now, but I have been reading what's going on in the States, and it is, yes, touching me very deeply, especially as Los Angeles is once again exploding into fire and mayhem, a little bit less this time, but fire and mayhem is kind of overwhelming the United States at this moment for very, very good reasons. Or for very deep personal reasons. And we're just going to do a yoga practice and a tonglen practice to just kind of help ease this suffering that lots and lots of people feel, either because they're directly affected and have members of their family or themselves who have been harassed by police or harassed by people for the color of their skin, the suffering too of being someone who is watching the suffering of someone else and not knowing how to help, or being too afraid to help, or not courageous enough. So there's just suffering everywhere. So an hour to be as present as we can with ourselves, as gentle as we can with ourselves, and as loving as we can with ourselves and everyone else. So just find a comfortable position. And just do a few little movements. Move your shoulders or your neck, but slowly. Maybe yawn. And then just take a nice big deep breath where you really exaggerate. And then breathe out with a sound. And just kind of breathe out. Maybe all of your frustrations, all of your tensions, all of your anger. Maybe not all of it, but some of it. Breathe out kind of whatever is keeping you from being present in this moment. Again, nice big deep breath. And and one more if you need it. And then just be here, sitting, feeling the weight of your body. The weight of your body sitting on the floor supporting your body. And just feel this breath. This breath which flows through you. Maybe becoming present with your breath and just thinking about breath at this moment. Maybe that brings emotions. Just be present with the emotions that it brings. Just feel your body as it's breathing, where it's breathing, its depth, its speed, where it flows through, where it's blocked. And there's absolutely no need to change anything or to control anything. Just feel this breath which by itself comes into your body and comes out of your body. You breathe in and you breathe out. Just feel the preciousness of this breath. Maybe there are different sensations in your body. Just feel the sensations. Different emotions, they're different emotions. Just feel them, let them come and go. Different thoughts, different blah, blah, blah talking in your head. It's there in your head. It's there. And you're just here present with all of it, with the reality, with the truth of your being at this very moment, at this in-breath and at this out-breath. Just feel the space that your body occupies, the space that your breath fills. And then start to bring your awareness to that space surrounding your body. Start to bring your awareness to your breath, which expands bigger than your body and then contracts back into the physical space of your body. So you're going to breathe in and just feel this awareness which starts to expand, to be larger than yourself. And then it contracts and comes back into your heart, into the center of your being. And just breathe and notice maybe your breath is becoming deeper, longer, flowing through your belly as you start to really bring your consciousness, your presence, your awareness to this moment and to this space that your body is and to the space around. And just take another nice deep breath. This time really bring your breath into your belly. Feel your belly fill with air. And then it moves up into your chest. And then you're just going to breathe out with a sigh. And then breathe in and just let the belly fill. And then the chest fill. And just breathe out. Mouth open, exhaling with your mouth if you want, or still with your nose. And then just slowly open your eyes, and we're going to come laying down onto our belly. So come lay onto your belly. And just bring your hands above your head with your palms turned face up. Bring your chest, your pelvis, your belly, and your forehead down to the floor. Let your heels relax, your legs relax. And just feel this connection with your belly, your heart, your forehead, connected to the ground. And just start to feel this brain that's in your belly, that's in your intestines, that's in your gut. As you breathe in, just start to connect to this brain of survival and of fear. And just breathe in and really push your belly against the ground as you breathe in, or just feel your belly pushing against the ground as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, how your belly, all of the muscles relax. And breathe into your heart. Feel this brain in your heart of love and compassion. And feel your heart connecting with the ground as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, And then feel your forehead, your brain, connecting with the ground. And this brain of thoughts and beliefs. Just feel that as you breathe in, connecting with the ground. As you breathe out, relaxing down into the ground. And then just feel your palms, which are turned up. Just breathe into the middle of your palms. In this gesture of surrender. And just feel your palms fill with this surrender. And breathe in and breathe out. And just feel how your body, is safe at this moment. You have enough to drink. You have enough to eat. You have somewhere to sleep at night or during the day or when you need to relax. You have somewhere that protects you from the elements. So just breathe and just feel this security, that your body is secure. You are secure, so you can relax and surrender right now at this moment, just at this moment. You can surrender, relax, feel safe. This physical body is safe at this moment. Let your nervous system relax. Let the fear melt down into the ground. Let the anger melt down into the ground. Let the confusion melt down into the ground. And just breathe and surrender to this moment, knowing you are safe, feeling you are safe at this moment. And if there are any emotions that come up, just be present with your emotions and just see your emotions. They rise and fall like your breath. They come and go like your breath. If there are any thoughts that come, they rise and fall like your breath. They come and go like your breath. So no need to control, just surrender. Surrender to this moment. And then bring your arms down. Maybe they start to feel a little stiff. And we're just going to roll onto our back. Roll onto your back gently, being real gentle and kind with yourself right now. Bend your knees and just give your knees a big hug. You can rock your knees back and forth. You can do circles, whatever feels good for your lower back. Still feeling these nice, full, deep breaths in through your belly. Consciously starting to really relax your jaw. Relax the muscles around your chest, around your belly. And then just bring your feet down. And we're just going to push our feet into the ground to rock our pelvis, maybe rocking all the way up to our head, to our chin. So you just push the feet into the ground to let that rock your back, backwards and forwards. Really being gentle, just feeling your body continuing to relax, your nervous system continuing to relax. Keep pushing the feet to rock the pelvis back and forth, which then comes up into the side waist, maybe into your back, up into your neck, maybe into your chin. Maybe it doesn't go all the way up, and that's okay. And then just slowly let your body come back to stillness. And we're going to bring our knees up into a 90-degree angle. And you're going to engage your perineum. So lift up and squeeze those really deep abdominal muscles, your perineum. Bring your navel down towards the floor. And on an in-breath, we're going to let the knees slowly start to fall towards the left. And before they touch the floor, on your out-breath, you're going to start to bring them back up to center using those abdominal muscles. Then we're going to go to the other side. So breathe in and go down to the other side. And right before you touch the ground, you're going to breathe out and use those muscles to bring the knees back up. Once again, breathe in. The knees going down to the side. Breathe out, bringing them back up. Then one last time, breathe in, going down to the side. And breathe out, coming back up. And then we're just going to stretch that right leg out. Flex the feet. So you have your heels pushing against the wall. Bring that right foot out and down almost to the ground. Breathe here, pause, use your abdominal muscles, leaven, bring up and serre. I'm sorry, I'm using my French words. Use your abdominal muscles, use your perineum, and then bring the knee back. And we're going to do the other side. Bring that left leg down, almost to touching the ground. Engaging all of your muscles in your belly. Breathing out, bringing the knee back. One more time. Bring that right leg out, almost touching the ground. Keep that belly button going down towards the ground. Squeezing and bringing up your perineum. Bring it back in. And last one, left leg. Keep breathing, keep relaxing your jaw. And bring it back. Hug your knees, do the circles, whatever feels good for your low back to really relax all of those muscles. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. And then you're gonna either rock to standing or come up to standing, however you can get on your feet. And just bring your feet wherever they're comfortable, touching, not touching, to a standing position. You're going to lift up your toes, open up your toes, and then push them down into the ground. Push actively your feet into the ground. It's like you're pushing them into the ground, and then it's like you're separating them. So that you start to feel those outside muscles of your legs working, the calves working. Lift up your perineum, squeeze your hip bones together. Lift up your ribs, open up your chest. Bring your hands down to pulling your fingers down to the ground. Relax your neck, relax your jaw, but lift up the top of your head towards the sky. So mountain position. So you just want to really feel like you're solid like a mountain. All of your body is engaged, is working, is present. The mountain is solid, but without tension. So you're here, solid, engaged, but not tense. See if you can do it. Breathing down into your feet, breathing to the top of your head. We're going to bring our hands to our hearts. And we're just going to breathe in and just bring up that right hand and push that left hand down. And you're just connecting the sky and the earth. And come back to your heart. Breathing out. Breathe in, go to the other side, lifting up that left hand, pushing that right hand down, and you're just connecting the earth and the sky, connecting the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, all of those dualities, the right and the left, the front and the back. Breathe out, come back. So just connect the dualities, connect the light and the dark, the fire, the water, the earth, the air. Breathe out, and you always come back to your heart. One more time. And breathe in, come back to your heart, and we're coming back to our heart, to this singularity, to this presence of our being, to this experience of breath. Breathe. Feel how you get to experience your breath. How you get to feel your breath as it moves through every part of your body. And right now, just have an intention of being thankful, of gratitude, an intention of life. You are alive at this moment, so just have this intention to be so thankful for this life. Nothing more, nothing less. Just thankfulness, gratitude for this breath that moves through your body, for this experience. And just see, did you start to get tension anywhere? Just notice it. See if you can consciously, I have tension there. Can it relax? And then just take a nice big deep breath in, and we're going to bring our hands up to the sky. And breathe out and come down to the ground. Relax your head. You can keep your knees a little bit bent to make sure that your back is really relaxed. And then start to lift your sit bones up towards the sky. Maybe the knees stay a little bit bent, and that's okay. And either keep your hands on the ground or bring them up to your shins and breathe into a flat back. Really stretching that spinal column. And breathe out, come back down. And breathe in, we're just going to come back up for this time. Breathe in, come back up, stretching towards the sky. Looking up at your thumbs if you can. And breathe out, coming back to your heart. Being solid again. We're going to go one more time like this. Breathe in, come on up. And breathe out, down towards the ground. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, coming back down. And breathe in, pulling it all back up towards the sky. And breathe out, come back to your heart. And now we're going to move. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, coming down. Breathe in, half back. Breathe out, come into a plank position. And then you're going to come down to the ground however you can. Either you're going to bring your knees to the ground and then your chest and chin, or you're going to keep your legs straight. And then roll your shoulders back. Breathe in, up dog. Turn your toes, breathe out, come down into down dog. It's the first down dog. So of course you can bend your right leg, bend your left leg. Bend your right leg, bend your left leg. Do whatever movement feels good for your hips, for your back, for your arms. And then just come up onto your toes, bend your knees, push your chest back towards your thighs, and then start to lower your heels down to the ground. Maybe your heels touch, maybe they don't. It's not a problem. Just keep pulling them down to the ground, feeling that gravity pulling your heels towards the floor. Breathing with your belly. Bend your knees, walk your feet up to your hands, straighten your legs. Hands down on the ground or on your shins, breathe in, come to a flat back. Breathe out, come down. Breathe in, pulling everything up to the sky. And breathe out, come back to your heart. We do that one again. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, coming down. Breathe in, come to a flat back. Breathe out, come into a plank. And lower however you can. Breathe in, come to up dog. Open up your chest. Pull your shoulder blades towards each other. Keep pushing your fingers down. And then turn your toes. Come back to down dog. Breathe here. And then bring your feet together so that your toes touch. And we're going to lift this right leg up, keeping the hips squared. Bend your knee and bring your foot between your hands. We're going to stay on the toes on that left foot. Keep pushing the right foot down, the toes of the left foot pushing down. Engage your perineum, engage all of your abdominal muscles, and bring the torso up to a high lunge. So you have your knee bent right over your ankle. You have your hips squared. Your coccyx, your last vertebrae, is going down towards the ground, and you're lifting your hip points up towards the sky. Bring your hands to your heart. If this is where you can go, go here. Otherwise, bring your arms up towards the sky. Keep looking forward. Being present with your breath. Relaxing your jaw. And then trying to find that strength, that solidity, without any tension. And if there is tension, just notice where the tension is. And then we're going to bring our hands back down to our heart. And we're going to twist towards the right, opening up our arms. So open up your arms and start twisting towards your right. Then bring that right arm back forward with the left. Bring your hands back to your heart and lower slowly back down. Come into a plank. Lower however you can. Come into an up dog and then back into a down dog. And just pause here in this down dog. This relaxing pause. If down dog is hard for you right now, come into child's pose and just take a little pause in child's pose, a moment of rest. Then come back into down dog, put your feet together. We're going to lift up this left leg now, keeping the hips squared. Bend your knee, bring your foot forward. Push the toes of your right foot down, your left foot down. Bring the torso up, bring the arms up. Sink down. Feel your breath. Feel your strength. Feel your intention of gratitude, of thankfulness for this body which can breathe and move. Bring your hands to your hearts. Now we're going to Open up towards the left-hand side, opening up the arms. Looking back towards that back thumb if you can, or forward. Breathe. And then bring this left hand back next to the right hand. Really looking forward. And then bring the hands down. Come back into plank. Down however you can. Up dog. And down dog. Breathe. Come back into plank. And then everyone lower your knees. Bring your heart and your chin down to the ground. Keeping your elbows squeezed into your body, the shoulders rolled back. And then lower your belly onto the ground. You can turn your head, relax your arms down, and breathe, reconnect with this earth which is underneath you, supporting you always. So you feel once again your pelvis, your belly, your gut, that brain in your gut, that brain of survival and fear, relaxing into the ground. You feel your heart, that brain of love and compassion, relaxing into the ground. And if you want, you can turn your forehead to the ground if it's comfortable. And just once again feel your brain, your thoughts, your beliefs, just relaxing, melting down into the ground. Then go ahead and you're gonna roll your shoulders up and back. Place your palms on the ground. Push your feet into the ground. We're gonna breathe in and just lift up the chest. Pushing the feet into the ground. The hands rest on the ground, just lifting up your chest. Breathe. Keeping your chin tucked in so that you're not curving your neck. And breathe out, turn your head to the side, relax. You can shake your back a little bit if you want. We're going to bring our forehead back. We're going to engage our shoulders again. This time we're going to lift our chest and our hands. And lift up your feet and legs however you can. Keep pushing that belly, that pubic bone into the ground. You can be engaging your butt muscles, your belly. Don't break your neck, so keep bringing that chin in towards your chest. Relax your jaw, breathe. So you have force, you have strength, you have stability, but there's also softness. And breathe out, turn your head the other direction. Just let your breath become deeper and longer again. And one more time. Rolling the shoulders back, lifting up the chest, lifting up the legs. And this thankfulness for your body, for this breath. And breathe out, turn your head the other way. And just breathing, letting your body relax into the ground and whatever emotions might be coming up. Maybe this right now is a position that is, wow, really emotional. That is bringing up lots of images in your head. Maybe it's bringing up fear, maybe it's bringing up sadness. Breathe, let your body experience its emotions. Let your body experience this moment. Maybe it's rage, maybe it's anger. Breathe, be with it. Maybe you're feeling peace, be at peace. Just be present, breathing. Come back. Forehead on the ground, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and we're going to push back into child's pose. So just slowly come into child's pose, your forehead to the ground. Letting your back stretch, feeling your spinal column stretch. With each breath, you're creating space between each vertebrae. The belly relaxed, your belly filling with air as you breathe in. And completely relaxing as you breathe out. And for this moment, you are safe. You have enough to eat and drink. You have shelter from the outside elements. You have somewhere to sleep. You are safe. So just breathe in this safety of this moment. And maybe the belly in your brain is trying to tell you that you aren't, or the mental thoughts in your brain are trying to tell you that you're not safe. But in this moment, you are safe. In this moment, you are safe. Your body is safe. Breathe. And let that whole nervous system, which is under so much stress, so much pressure, so much everything, just let that nervous system relax. Feel all of the blood flowing into that front brain, which is touching the ground. So all of the blood is flowing down into your frontal brain. And just telling your brain, telling that nervous system, relax. This is a moment of peace and security. So just breathe in this peace and security. And then maybe in this moment, there are emotions that come that are released. Breathe, and in this moment, just accept the moments, the emotions that are here, and let them release. Whatever they are. Just for this moment, accept. And then breathe in. We're going to come into all fours. Your knees opened up underneath your hips, your hands underneath your shoulders, your fingers really widespread. And we're going to breathe in and just let the back arch. Bringing the head up, bringing the heart forward. And breathe out, just really round your back. Bringing the forehead towards the pubic bone and the shoulder blades up to the sky. Breathing in and arching your back. And breathing out and rounding, and just find that flow. Find that wave of your breath as you breathe in, and that wave moves up your spine as you arch your back. And as you breathe out, that wave moves down. Breathing in, arching your back, opening up your heart, expanding. And breathing out, contracting that front part of your body, but expanding that back part. One more time at your pace. Come back just to a flat back, all fours. And we're gonna bring our thumbs together. So you want your thumbs touching, your fingers really wide spread. And we're gonna bring our right foot to the outside of the right hand. Bring that left leg back as far as you can, as far as is comfortable. And then just bring the knee down to the ground, turn the foot, and just let your hips start to melt forward with your breath. Now, if this is enough for you, just stay here. If you can, come down to your forearms. If you need to turn your right toes out a little bit, turn your right toes out a little bit. Really, right now, do all the little movements you need to make this position comfortable, relaxing, but also engaging. Keep letting those hips melt down to the ground. And then come back to your hands. Turn your left toes under, and we're going to push back up into down dog. And just find your down dog. Find your dog. Find the dog that is right for your body at this moment. Bring your thumbs touching back together. We're going to bend our left leg and bring it to the outside of our left foot. Bring that right leg back as far as you can, as far as it's comfortable. And then bring your knee down to the ground, turn your toes, let those hips melt forward. If this is enough for your body, this is enough for your body, it's perfect. If you want to come down to your forearms, come down to your forearms. If you want to turn your toes a little bit towards the outside, turn your toes a little bit to the outside. Really, right now, make all of those little micro movements that let you feel stability, relaxation, opening. And always your breath. Always we're with our breath. And just notice, is any part of your body tensed? Do you have a tense jaw right now? Relax your jaw. Do you have a tense belly? Relax your belly. That tension which is maybe in your hips as we're stretching out our hips. Just try to consciously relax, sink down. And then come back to your hands. Turn that right toe under and come back to down dog. And once again, always find your dog. The down dog that is right for you. Maybe you need to keep your knees bent. And that's completely okay. Maybe you like to have a wider stance and open up your feet to the width of your mat. Find that down dog that is right for you. And then we're going to bend our right knee and bring our foot in between our hands. Turn that left heel down. And we're going to bring our torso to the inside of the right leg. Cross our fingers behind our back. Pull our arms out and over our head. Just drop your head down, drop your neck, and let your arms, your fingers, your hands start dropping over your head as much as you can, pushing your feet down into the ground, being stable in your legs, using those deep abdominals, relaxing the jaw, and just being humble, surrendering. And surrendering does not mean being weak. You are strong. It takes a lot of strength to stay in this position. It takes a lot of strength to surrender. So just surrender here. Be humble here. Humble to knowing the outcome. Come back. Turn your left foot and push into down dog. So sometimes we want to know the outcome, and just be humble and surrender to not knowing the outcome, to just being present in this moment and everything that this moment offers, not needing to know what comes after. Bend that left leg, bring the foot in between your hands, turn that right foot heel down. We're going to bring our torso to the inside of the leg. Cross your fingers behind your back, pull your hands, and then let your arms, your hands, your fingers start coming over your head. Relax your head, relax your neck. Once again, pushing the feet down into the ground, feeling how you're connected to the earth. Relaxing your head, relaxing your neck, maybe keeping your eyes open and looking at this world in this upside down way, in this way that you don't normally look at the world, and how it's all strange and different. And you are here being present with this strangeness. Bring your hands back down, turn your foot, come back into down dog, and breathe. And bring your knees down to the ground, turn your toes, and then just come sitting onto your heels. If that is not at all comfortable for you, I'm going to sneeze. Maybe not. If it's not comfortable for you, go ahead and get a brick or a cover or a blanket that you can sit on. Or you can always just come sitting down into a cross-legged position. But if you can, just try to stay here, sitting on your heels. You don't want your heels to splay out. You want to keep your heels coming up. And breathe. Relax your jaw, relax your belly, relax your shoulders. Feel your pelvis really coming centered, sitting, relaxing, your sacrum, relaxing, and then your torso coming on top of that, your heart on top, your neck and your head. Just feel your whole spinal column lining up. We're going to bring our hands down to our side, lift up that right arm, kind of walk the right hand out and bend. Just feel that side body open, more space as you breathe in, your ribs opening. Come back. And go the other side, lift up that other arm. Take a little walk with your fingers and breathe out and just bend to your side. You can look down, you can look to the middle, you can look up to that hand up at the sky, whatever's good for your neck. Come back down, close your eyes. And just feel once again this spinal column, starting at the coccyx, starting at that last vertebrae, and how every vertebrae lines up, one on top of the other, how the top of the head is lined up right over the perineum, this energetic cord, connecting you to the ground, connecting you to the stars. Breathe. And you're going to take a nice deep breath in and then hold your breath at the top. So you don't breathe anymore. Once you breathed in and once you're at the top of your in-breath, you then stop your breath. You don't breathe out and you're going to lift up and squeeze your perineum. And just imagine that you're lifting up all of this energy from the bottom of your spinal column. All of this energy, all of this cerebral spinal fluid is coming up into your third eye, is coming up into your pituitary gland in the middle of your brain. So all of this energy, all of this cerebral spinal fluid is moving up, moving up, moving up, and filling up this pituitary gland in the middle of your brain. This master gland which controls everything, all of your hormones, all of your chemistry, your moods. Breathe out. Your well-being. Once again, we're going to breathe in through your belly, up into your chest. Stop the breath at the top of the breath and lift up the perineum. Lift up. And just imagine all of this energy coming up, coming up, coming up. And really the cerebral spinal fluid, physically, there's the cerebral spinal fluid, which is coming up your spinal column, coming up into this pituitary gland, filling this pituitary gland with this energy, with this oxygen, with this life. Letting you have a really good mood, super, super good mood. Filling you with all of those super nice emotions and feelings. And then breathe out. And go ahead and come down onto your back. Onto your back. And we're just going to open our feet to hip distance apart. You want to be able to lightly touch your heels with your middle fingers or with your fingers. So you don't want your heels too close to your butt, but not too far away. You want to be able to lightly touch them with your fingers. And we're going to push our feet down into the ground. Lift up that pubic bone, your hips, your sacrum. Lift up your belly, your ribs, your back, your shoulder blades. Lift up your chest. And really push the tops of your shoulders down into the ground so you have no weight on your neck. And just keep pushing those heels into the ground. So you're pushing the heels into the ground to really lift up your thighs and your butt towards the sky. Breathe. Relax your jaw. Keep pushing, keep engaging. Maybe you're feeling the heat in your thighs. Just be present. And then go ahead and lift and squeeze your perineum and just lower everything down slowly. Relax your sacrum onto the ground. Relax your back onto the ground. Breathe. Just let your body soften. And we're going to do that one more time. So get your feet in the right position. Push your feet down into the ground. Lift up your thighs, your pelvis, your stomach, your back, your shoulder blades, your chest, your ribs. You can cross your fingers underneath if you want, pulling your fingers and your hands towards your feet, rolling onto the tops of your shoulders. So you're really squeezing your shoulder blades together, opening up your chest and collarbone even more. Breathing. So it's a relaxed breath, even though you're using all of these muscles. And then maybe uncross your fingers and slowly lower everything back down. And just breathe. Really feeling the earth underneath your body so you can relax all of your body into the earth. And then go ahead and open up your arms to your sides. Bring your legs back into a 90-degree angle. And we're going to let our legs now fall all the way down to the left. And turn your head to the right. And then come back to center and let your legs fall down to the right. Mine touch the wall, so I can't do it. Turn so I can because it feels so good. The legs come down to the right. Your head turns to the left. Just breathe. Breathe into that twist. But just feel that twist, how it comes naturally just with your breath. There's nothing to force. And then come back onto your back and just, you can embrace, you can hug your knees to your chest, you can circle your knees, you can rock back and forth, whatever feels good for your back, whatever feels good for your body right now. And then go ahead and lower your legs. Lower your legs. Turn your palms up to the sky. You can turn your toes in towards each other. So turn your toes so they're going in towards each other, and then just relax and let your legs fall open wherever it's comfortable. Do all of the little micro mini movements you need so that you're really feeling that you can let go onto the ground. And breathe. And go ahead and breathe with your feet, your toes. And relax your feet. Breathe with your ankles, with your legs. And relax. Nice deep breath in with your hips, with your butt, with your pelvis, your pubic bone. And relax. Nice deep breath into your sacrum, your lower back, your middle back, your upper back. And relax. Nice deep breath into your belly, into your diaphragm, into your ribs. And relax. Nice deep breath into your heart, into your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers. And relax. Nice deep breath into your neck, into your throat, into your jaw, into your tongue, into your cheeks, into your ears. And relax. Nice deep breath into your eyes, into your forehead, the top of your head, your whole skull. And relax. Take a nice deep breath into your skin, into your connective tissue, into your veins, your muscles, into your bones, your sexual organs, the organs in your belly, your heart, your brain. A nice deep breath into all of your glands, into all of your nerves, into all of your cells, all of your atoms. And just let this whole body relax and melt down, down, down into the ground. Absolutely nothing to do, absolutely nothing to think about. Your whole body just relaxes into the ground. Your body melts even more with each breath. Not feeling any separation between you and the earth. Not feeling any separation between you and the air that surrounds you. Just completely relaxing your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body. And just breathing and just letting your consciousness open up. Open up to the big mind, to the big heart, to the waves and the vibrations, to the energy. To the expanding and contracting. And take a nice deep breath. And just come back into this physical body, into these sensations, into the smells, into the sounds, into the colors, into the tastes, the feelings. Nice deep breath and just bend your knees and roll onto your side and just give yourself a hug. Just give yourself a hug, a moment of love. Just touch yourself really consciously with love and compassion. And really touch, at least with your mind, every part of your body and just say, oh, I love you. I love you. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for being here with me. Each breath, thank you. And then slowly, just with your eyes closed, come back to a seated position. However is comfortable. If you need to be against a wall, be against a wall. Absolutely no problem. And just come into a nice seated position and just really Feel that spinal column just reposition itself, starting at your sit bones, how that pelvis can relax down into your sit bones, how that supports then your middle back, your upper back, your neck, your skull. So your body can just actually relax sitting, no tension, no needing to hold on to anything. And breathe. And we're going to do a few minutes of a tonglen meditation, of a meditation where we really breathe in as you want to choose. Either the suffering of the world, you can be really global and the world suffers. Either the climate, the animals, the people, the governments, the world, this earth, it suffers. So you can either breathe in that suffering, or maybe there's a person who you know who is having a really, really hard moment. You can breathe in their suffering. Or maybe you had a cancer and you went through chemotherapy and you know that pain, that physical pain and that anguish of chemotherapy and of going through cancer. Go ahead and you can breathe in that suffering of cancer. Maybe you've had someone who's died and you are suffering. Maybe you know someone who's had a friend or a loved one who's died and they're just going through that grief and that suffering. Or maybe you walk down the street and you see the homeless people, or you see someone getting killed with a knee on their neck, and there's just this suffering. Maybe you're seeing rioters and looters and just a world going crazy and suffering. So whatever suffering touches you at this moment, brings the tears to your eyes, brings that physical, just go ahead and you're just gonna, as you breathe in, you're gonna breathe that suffering into your heart. You're gonna breathe in that heat, that pain, that anguish, that longing, that suffering, however you can physically feel it. You're just gonna breathe that into your heart, knowing that your heart is so big, is so full with love, that whatever you breathe into your heart transforms. So go ahead and just know that you have so much space in your heart. There's so much space, there's so much love, there's so much compassion, there's so much joy, there's so much thankfulness, which is always there, that you can breathe in this suffering and it will transform in your heart. And as you breathe out, you're breathing out the love and the compassion and the calm and the peace and the care. So whatever suffering you're taking in right now, you're breathing out that wish, that feeling, that radiation of your own love and compassion and joy and gratitude. So you're breathing in that wish to take away the suffering, to absorb that suffering of someone else or everyone else. You're breathing it in, that heat, that tension, that feeling of suffering. You can breathe it in your heart as you breathe out. You're breathing out the peace and the calm, and you're wishing that all of the people, all of the animals, all of the beings, all of the governments, all of the countries, all of the craziness feels that peace and that love and that compassion, which is always present in your heart. So I'm going to stop talking now. Just for a little bit more talking. You're going to breathe in and really feel the heat, the texture, the quality of the suffering, and breathe it in, just knowing that there's space, knowing that you can transform it. So breathe it in. And as you're breathing out all of the love. You're giving all of the love, all of the care, all of the peace, compassion, so that all beings are happy and free. You're breathing in the suffering, and you're breathing out the care, the love, the peace. And breathe in and just apologize. I'm sorry you're suffering. And breathe out, I love you. And breathe in, please forgive me in any way that I cause your suffering. And breathe out, thank you. And breathe in, I'm sorry you're suffering. And breathe out, I love you. And breathe in, please forgive me for any way that I cause this suffering. And breathe out, thank you. And breathe in and just feel how there's space, and you can breathe in even more than you thought you could, that you could handle, that you can welcome all of this suffering even more than you thought you could. You didn't realize how big your heart is. And as you breathe out, you didn't realize how expansive your heart is. And you breathe out and how much this love and this compassion, this thankfulness can spread out even further from this physical body. How much space you actually encompass, how you're connected to everything. So this connection of breathing in this sufferance and breathing out this love, you're connected to everything, everyone. There's no separation in our hearts. There's no separation between the suffering and the love. So one more breath. Breathe in the suffering, the pain, the fear, the discomfort, the anguish. And breathe out that love and compassion and peace and thankfulness and joy. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free of suffering. May all beings be at peace. And if you want, just bring your hands to your heart and just feel that love fill you. May you be free of suffering. May you be free of pain. May you be free of fear. And be full of love and joy and compassion and gratitude. And it's there, it's always there in your heart. It's always there in this present moment. And a nice deep breath. And breathe out. And just slowly open your eyes. And thank you very much. And take that into your day, into your week, into your seconds, into every moment of your life.